Hello everyone and good evening and welcome back to the GSMC. We are back with round 2 of the Apex Cup here at Oulton Park in Great Britain. I hope you're all doing well this evening. We are here, round 2, like I said, back with the Apex Cup in the Radicals. We are looking at a 18 degree air temperature, 30 degree track temperature. The weather is fair for this race. Let's have a look at this. We are round 2 out of 5, another 30-minute race here at Oulton Park. The 4.5 kilometers or 2.77 mile track is a bit twisty, is a little bit bumpy, very fast this circuit though. The drivers have definitely started to love and fall in love with this track here. Let us have a look at our schedule. So like I said, we are round 2 on Park, which is today, the 5th of February. We are going to Sebring next on the 19th of February. With round 3, which is in 2 weeks time, so we have a week gap, but we do have the GSME, which is the endurance event, which Ricky Tan mentioned to us last week. That is starting next week, so hopefully I can get a live stream of that, because I'm actually taking part in that. Okay, we are back, we are in qualifying, we have 15 minutes to go. Who is at the head of this queue? I think we might have a Brown boy. It might be Twin Flow right. It is Twin Flow right at the front of the queue. Red light's on, green light, and it is go for qualifying. 15 minutes starting now. So we are going to watch Twin Flow on his flying lap, his first flying lap here at Oulton Park, as he crosses the line now, heads into turn 1. Look at the car, you can just see it moving around all the time on the braking. Look at the sparks there as he gets the car turned in nicely. Nice on the exit there, really nice and tidy actually on the exit. Didn't take too much curve on the exit, it could be quite bumpy there. Into the left hand, you can take quite a bit of speed here. So you can actually, it's possible to go around the outside of another car there, just because it's got a nice camber. Down the long straight here. I know some drivers are talking about having to take a little lift in here when the tyres start to go midway through their race stints, as they head into the hairpin here. Nice line through the hairpin, really nice and smooth through the hairpin actually. This is looking like a sweet lap. James EK20 Twin Flow for the win tonight is my hot pick. Yep, JR, yeah, unfortunately you're in the pit lane, so I forgot you can watch. Yeah, Twin Flow is doing a really nice job here. I was really not surprised, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see Aski in practice with the fastest time. I think the top 2 is going to be close between them two. I think there might be 1 and 2. We saw Aski practicing his starts as well, so we will see how well he does off the line, because we know once Aski gets in front, he is very metronomic and he just goes and goes and goes. So it'll be interesting to see what he can pull out. But we see Twin Flow now going through the double right-handers towards the end, over the brow of the hill, underneath the sign. This is looking like a really clean lap. Can we bet £5 in? You can all bet amongst yourselves if you want, lads. I am having none of it as an impartial advisor to the race. 1:35 is just mad. Yeah, I agree. That is a stupidly fast time. I had a quick go teaching one of the new drivers the circuit, and I was in like the 39s, I think, and I thought I was going pretty fast. But yeah, 35 is just insane. The field spread is way bigger here. But we just see Twin Flow there with a 1:35.655 for his initial flying lap. That is bananas, absolute bananas time. Let's bring up his qualifying display. Let's see if he is going any faster around here. Seems like everyone might be stationary all the way to the back. We've got the green flag going. Go at Oulton Park GP, as we see Aski get a great start, but Twin Flow with a fantastic start as he power up. Ricky Tan again with a great start into second place. Jump Jack as they head up into the first corner, but we see Aski side by side. We see Jordan off at the back, but we see Aski now powering up into first place. Is he going to go around the outside? Aski goes round the outside of Twin Flow. Aski, what a fantastic move at the start. Twin Flow down into second place. You see one of Aski powering up, but we see Ricky Tan now looking for the move up the inside of the very fast left-hander. Ricky Tan backs out of it as he did a little bit of defense from Twin Flow. But we see Aski powering all the way up into the front of the grid. But we see Ricky Tan running a little bit wide there. But what a fantastic start from Aski. Aski powers through up into the lead here. This is a tight fight for 6 and 7. JR from last to 6 in a lap. That is incredible from JR. Up into 6th place in less than a lap as he crosses the lap now, finishing in 6th place. What a fantastic move from JR there. On the way the gap, he is 1 second behind as we see Jack now. Ricky Town run wide. Jack powers up the inside. Ricky Town gets all sorts of out of shape as he powers up. As we see Jack now blasting on up the inside and gets a sweet move done into the fast left-hander. Ricky Town drops down a place as we see a battle to the end, I think, for second and third place here. Sorry, for third and fourth place between Jack and Ricky Town. As we see Jack just get extremely wide on the entrance to the chicane there, gets the car sideways, and we see Ricky Town making the pass. But who is that behind him? That is Frozen Droid. Frozen Droid powering up, looking for the move on the inside, but doesn't have the run here. As we see the back end of his car just step out a little bit, we see Lynch just part, but we see ASCII now with a fastest lap time of a 1:36.971. As we see Wild Boys with a massive double lock up there into that chicane. Thinks he's going to take out the back of Oblong. His car is going to be vibrating. Let's go back to this battle as we see Jack trying to find a way through the inside of Ricky Town. And Ricky Town is closing that door all over the place here. We are just watching the gap as well to first place. So the interval between ASCII and Twinflow is just under a second, or just hovering around about a second mark. But these guys are very, very close, nose to tail here. This is the battle between third, fourth and fifth. Actually, we can bring up our extended battle cam here, and we can see the intervals for the battle between third. But we see Jack actually just running a little bit wide. We see Jack and Frozen running side by side into the chicane. Is Jack going to give him a move? He's got the inside for the next one. He has. Jack's going to hang it around the outside. Frozen Droid gets on the power a little bit too late, or a little bit too early even, gets to back out, and he spins out. He loses ground to Jack, so Jack is on his way, but that gives Ricky Town a breather. So this is the start from onboard ASCII here, how he got into the lead. So we're just watching the three lights. The lights go off. He gets a good start, but just a little bit sideways like we saw with his practice start. Doesn't quite nail the start, but gets the car turned in very, very nice. Look at this, just gets the car. Oh, look at that, speedy on the inside here. Powers down the straight and just gets the move done. So we see Twinflow just run a little bit wide. Oh, we see ASCII really squirrely there on the exit curve. But look at that, ASCII just has all the belief in the world and gets the move done. As we see Oblong run a little bit wide there as they come up the hill. We've got to see Schmidt go round the outside. I think we may see Schmidt go round the outside. Look at that, Schmidt goes into turn one, round the outside, gets on the brakes, gets the move done, gets inside of Oblong into turn one. But Oblong's going to make the track back here. Oblong gets the move back on the inside as Schmidt runs just a little bit wide. What a fine bit of racing here. As we see a car broken down and on fire, I believe that is Jordan. Jordan has blown his engine here. That is a safety car if ever I've seen one. That is definitely a safety car if ever I've seen one. So the safety car is out here with just under 20 minutes to go. So we just need the race director to call out the safety car procedure to the drivers.
Yellow, yellow, safety car, 10 laps as of right now.
Let's listen to Drive by Race.
Let me do some math here.
So they're just having a little sing-song. They're not too worried. Lights flashing, everyone's excited to go. Let us see how they go. So we're going to mark this as a replay event as we see ASCII now getting ready to go, and ASCII goes at the start of the race. Twinflow is right behind him though. We've got a penalty for Oblong, so he must have made a mistake, but we see all sorts of shenanigans going on behind. But we see Ricky Town very, very close now to the back of Twinflow. Ricky Town goes round the inside of Twinflow. Ricky Town gets the move done into turn two here. What a great move. That is a very, very similar incident to what happened to Twinflow at the start of the race. We see Ricky Town now up into P2. But ASCII, Rich has run wide here up the top of the hill as well, as we see his teammate as well running wide at the bottom of the hill. Ricky Town now back down into P3 as Twinflow gets the move done. I think Ricky Town might have just gone a little bit wide there at the start. Daring his teeth to get past because he started from last, got pretty high up, but now he's dropped back again after a little mistake. But we just see the gap slowly building out front. Couple of seconds between first, second and third. Oh, look at this though. Jack has got the speed going round the outside here. It nearly tags into the back of Schmidt. Schmidt holds on though. This is fantastic racing from the drive-by racing team of Jack. Oh, Schmidt runs wide. Schmidt runs wide. Jack runs wide. That causes Frozen Droid to run wide. Frozen Droid nearly connects into the back and smashes into Jack, but he managed to hold it. So Frozen Droid now drop back even further. Oblong and Schmidt and Jack. Look at this. These are all guys are all back together as well. I'm just going to keep an eye on the leader. We see who is that? Schmidt running into the back of Oblong. Oblong got a stop and go. So Oblong is probably going to choose to ignore that and see what shapes out at the end of the race. We'll see what he says at the end. But look at this. This is extremely close here. Listen, the power for fifth is within a second of each other. This is insane. As we see, we see Schmidt just tag the back of Oblong. Schmidt goes round. Schmidt is off. So that is freed up Jack. So Jack now up into sixth place on the next lap. Tyres are knackered, says Terabyte. Very well could get him on the next lap. He's got basically a lap and a little bit. As we see Wild Boys spinning on the exit curve there. That's going to spook the leaders. Absolutely spook the leaders here. They're not going to want to see a Wild Boys there on the side of the track. But we still see this. Oh, look at this. Jack on the inside of Oblong. Jack powers down the inside. Gets on the brakes hard. Gets the power down. But Oblong is on the outside and can just drive around. But Jack is now on the inside for turn one. Can Jack make this move done? Jack is still there. He's holding. Just needs to get late on the brakes. Jack late on the brakes. Swings onto the inside. Dives down the inside. No, he gets tagged slightly by Oblong. Jack almost brings it around, but he loses the place to Frozen Droid. Frozen Droid now up into sixth place. I've given everything for this race. What an incredible race so far. As we see Oblong just run a little bit wide. As we can see Frozen Droid diving down the inside. There's going to be contact. There's a little bit of rubbing. Frozen Droid gets the inside line though. And Frozen Droid powers out. It just nudges Oblong just a little bit wide. And Frozen Droid gets the move done. That was a absolutely sweet move there from Frozen Droid. We are 0 minutes remaining. So that means this is probably the final lap. We just see the battle for first place here. Still here. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything for all of these guys. There's some really fine battles here, so we're just going to have our race director look at the Oblong Jack battle and let me know if anything happens as we watch Wano Aski here powering down the back straight. The time is on 0:00. As you see Aski getting all sorts of squirrely out of shape as he powers up the hill. Aski comes across the line. Does he take the checker flag? He does. He takes the second flag. We're going to go back. Jack's on Oblong. Final lap here as we see Jack looking around, diving inside, weeping, wobbling, dipping and diving, doesn't get the move done as Jack a little bit late on the power as they come up and across the hill. We did miss JR crossing the line unfortunately, but we have Jack now through in seventh place and across the line.
Don't vex when you get married. Me now make trouble stress my brain. Cut checks me, I cut to the chase.